Before I start my video, here's the message from my sponsor.
So this is definitely going to be one of the harder days of the challenge for me, but I am actually kind of excited to be forced to do this. Without a doubt, Twitter is the very worst thing in my life that I am fully addicted to. It has become a second nature impulse for me to open it up during every...
Not only it's the worst thing, but you're also addicted to it. Sounds like alcohol to me. Sounds like social media can turn into nonsense media at this point. And with great nonsense comes great bullshit video. So let's begin, boys. Let's begin the journey of discovering how bullshit Twitter is. The first thing to know, well, let's lay down the facts. First of all, thanks, PewDiePie. I definitely need Greek philosophy to understand how bad it is. You know? Thanks. Thanks, PewDiePie. He starts off pretty strong, and then, whatever the fuck the rest of the video is, I don't want to watch it anymore. Because he's like, I hate Twitter, but actually reading books and learning about Greek philosophy has taught me a lot of things. And I'm cool now, right, guys? I'm cool. Yeah, no. You should tweet about it, though. This is actually the best video hating on Twitter, but we're not gonna watch Twitter hate videos to reinforce my misunderstanding of Twitter, because I literally have no understanding of how to use Twitter, what it's all about, what is the good sides of it, what is the value. I technically understand it's like there's a certain type of taste that people put out. They say it's an opinion. People say they tweet opinions. It's a very much a disgrace to call that opinions, whatever people tweet about. It's just how people feel about things. Unfortunately, opinion is not just feelings. It's more a wholesome self-expression. That's what opinion's supposed to be. Opinion's supposed to be many things. You can make a video and call that an opinion piece, just trying to understand how you feel about something. Fully express yourself. An opinion that other people can resonate is just a taste test, basically. Potentially, you have to call it a taste test because you might yourself not agree with your own tweet. You might just be testing other people's opinions by triggering them to say the opposite, or you're saying the opposite. So it's not opinions, guys. We're already off the wrong foot of other people trying to understand Twitter. And by the way, the Twitter design is just the worst. Guess where you have to click to see the comments. Alright, you click on the video. No, you get the sound if you click on the video, so that's cool. And you get to pause and play. That's very cool stuff. At least you don't have to click here. You think you're gonna click here for comments? Well, you can make a comment. That's pretty good. Very useful stuff. The place you have to click to find comments, and this is just the cherry on top. The design of Twitter is absolute garbage, and I don't even know how it works, man. I can't wrap my head around it. I'm a game designer. I've spent countless hours on the internet. Twitter, I just bounced off. I looked at Twitter and I'm like, I don't know how to use it. It's not a cool game to me. Alright, not very interactive. I get no notifications, no tasks, no challenges, man. What do I have to say? A shitty opinion? So people hate on me? Probably just gonna walk right through and still not catch any attention from anyone, especially now that everyone has to be verified to, make any impact to this platform whatsoever. What's the point? Did Elon Musk fix this thing all of a sudden? No, you don't fix things by buying them. But I guess that's Elon Musk's strategy this whole time, and we're figuring out how smart he is. You're a billionaire, you can afford buying things in order to achieve solutions, right? You kind of just realize how useless rich people are to society. Just completely useless. The moment they become rich, there's no pressure for them to do anything else but try to earn more money. They're not going to build better businesses. There's no pressure for them to learn anything, do anything substantial to society. It's nothing. All right? They have everything. The only pressure is that they will never find love. All right? It's the hardest thing for rich people, for celebrities to do. Love is the hardest thing, man. Because if there's nothing pressuring you, there's no bonding of people. Everyone just wants to kind of stab people in the back, but it's like, but we're too rich to do that. So, and it's such a stupid thing, bro. But it wasn't my choice to live in shadows. I'm sure a lot of people didn't really choose to be born with a mindset that they have to become rich or famous. Or they just were rich and famous. Who knows, right? But no one gives a good review of Twitter. Not a single person gave me a reason to look at Twitter a different way. The only reason why I use Twitter, sometimes there's exclusive pictures, but there's also porn mixed in. And technically, I'm not too upset about it. It's like an introduction to OnlyFans. You go through Twitter. First Instagram, then Twitter, then... You don't use OnlyFans. Are you stupid? Are you really that rich? You're still not gonna find love by watching porn. I'm sorry, bro. It's close. It's close, guys. But being a simp and spending money on something... This way you lose love. Again, rich people just can't do it. You think you're gonna bond with someone by throwing money at them, and it just doesn't work. Right now, people are so disconnected with themselves, and again, they think that materialistic values are actually the important thing in life. But again, like you're just selling your soul to become a loveless creature, man. I'm surrounded by love. I could sell love in buckets, man. And you think like, oh, it's not a physical thing. Yeah, it is. It is physical. No one joins my Discord. No one subscribes to my channel. No one cares about me. Of course I have buckets and buckets of love, because everyone has a love generator to begin with. But, it's a nice context to have in case Twitter needs it, because potentially people just dump shit in here. There's nothing useful here. People, like, the first, principle of love is to make sure you hold a conversation. If you're just throwing shit at each other, no one's gonna hold a conversation. This is just another playground that people got addicted to. Guys, English-speaking people, by the way, because that's mostly where it comes from. Russia doesn't care about Twitter. Congratulations on Russia. Wait, did Russia just got banned from Twitter? I would imagine. So that didn't work out very well. But Europe doesn't care. So it seems that I just clicked on Ukraine technically. Europe doesn't care that much. But US doesn't care that much either. Barely 3 times more. And I don't know how to look at this. For me, Twitter is just an American thing. At least English-speaking thing. Apparently UK cares way more as well. And Ireland, what? I don't know how to look at this data. But you know what's cool about this data? It's cool when you type in Minecraft. Look how similar they are. Twitter and Minecraft. Damn, bro. I wonder if that means anything whatsoever, but it's just very cool to look at. Minecraft is like the biggest thing that can actually compare itself to Twitter, and it's just fascinating. Maybe Minecraft was the shield from Twitter that I needed to avoid it by all cost. If that was the case, it helped me tremendously to not focus on public discourse or whatever. Because that shit is pointless. This is a very good summary. I'll give you guys the scoop.
To summarize everything, I left Twitter because of the toxicity of the platform. The reason I originally got Twitter was to interact with fans and get alerts when amiibos were in stock, but this is no longer the case. Amiibos are usually readily available, and as for fan interaction, a lot of fans weren't on Twitter to begin with. All it led to were pointless arguments, misinterpretation, and bullying.
Yeah, that's the negative reviews. But now I'm just like, I hope there is a tutorial telling me how cool Twitter is and how to use it. And I probably still not gonna follow the tutorial because I'm just way too upset on just the design itself. I tried it myself. I'm scared that I will encounter porn at any moment and my video is completely ruined. Just nothing makes sense, guys. Alright? I don't want to use this platform. Why is Elon Musk this stupid to buy it? Again, this is not how you solve a problem. And by the way, the first time I tried to look into Twitter and try to figure out what it is, I don't know where to stay. Let's stay with the user reviews. For some reason, it's 4 stars, guys. Shouldn't it be like -3 stars? Or do we have to wait until it's invented that you can give -3 stars to Twitter? There's a lot of 1-star reviews, by the way, but there's still nothing to read about either way. Also, we have to understand the mindset of people. People just don't understand how to express themselves, how to put their feelings together. Most of the time, I use YouTube as my Twitter, as ability to send out whatever I find. I feel like a trusted source because I do whatever I like on the internet and I just report or whatever I did. That's the happiest thing I could do to myself, is just like actually care about the internet, find cool things, share them with everyone else that cares about me. And despite not getting that much back from YouTube, it's still a better place. It's still a more meaningful experience. I'm sure I could try and squeeze Twitter by its balls. There is a semi-appeal because I can beat up bullies any time of day, dude. But no one likes that for some reason. Me beating up bullies, because literally everyone is misusing internet anyways and turns into a bully because they think their opinions are kind of like useful and they're not even opinions. As I've said, I already forget what I say, but like it's not an opinion, it's a taste test. Twitter is just taste test. You express a feeling, which is still not an opinion. I still want to like separate opinion from just vomiting feelings. Oh look, the dude that showed up and recommended Twitter on my birthday. Not a very good time to talk about things that I don't like. Also, he's 18, so it's like, Are you sure you know what you're talking about? But, I guess Twitter gives a lot of fake confidence into people. And it makes them politically minded or something. Like, that's absolute nonsense. It's just you eating other people's opinion and you think you're smarter because of that. You think you're more educated. None of that makes sense to me. Alright? I had to build everything on my own. And I'm a scary person on that sense. Like, everyone just bounces off me as if they don't know how to use me. I'm a person. Twitter is a fucking platform. I don't know how to use a platform? Bro, that's way worse than people not knowing how to interact with me. Alright? I'm just you can say anything to me. You can do whatever the fuck you want. And it probably is gonna work. On Twitter, I don't think you can do whatever you want. A short feeling, by the way. And people vomit back, So you did your little vomit. Also, we need to reorganize one second. But the funny thing is, again, yeah, like, Americans kind of create the internet and they own the language. They should be proud of this stuff for a very long time. But instead, they're addicted to it. And this is where things get way too far. Like, there's so many things to do in America. If you just get sucked into the internet world, I'm sorry, guys. You're being American in the wrong way. I don't usually want to see Americans stuck in their houses with their fucking phones up their ass. No. The way I operate this as a full-time job. I still don't get paid. I get nothing out of it. I'm trying to squeeze very hard. I bounced off Twitter. Maybe I just need a good tutorial and everything is going to be all right in the end. But I have no faith in this shit. Just zero chance. I'm gonna be, first of all, convinced to even send out a tweet that would potentially get attention. Oh, wait, I don't have Twitter Blue. I have to pay for it now. No. That's not how you verify yourself, Elon Musk. You failed it. Elon Musk just made it worse. Alright? Everything just went into a meltdown, into a crisis, and rightfully so, because it just became worse, and even I can tell. Alright? But I can tell a lot of things. But I don't even use Twitter. So how the fuck do I tell that it's worse? Because it makes no sense to verify users through payment system. Verify me through whether people like me or not, man. Whether people follow me or not. Through engagement. Through how much I invest into Twitter to begin with. Give me some challenges, some tasks to do. That's verification process right there, bro. It's not that difficult. Pretty sure the things that Facebook likes to copy into their own platform is also garbage. Facebook's like, wow, this verification system is also pretty good. Also, we need to bring Trump back. What? Is Facebook now leeching off, Elon Musk balls or something? I don't understand. Why is it doing similar things to Twitter right now? What? This is why I think, like, not only am I a YouTube CEO, I just make the biggest impact to internet, even without being influential worldwide. Alright? I'm just planting seeds, and shit is gonna grow. Shit's gonna grow real hard. Alright? Real tall, real bad. Some of it will fail, some videos will make no impact to society. But mostly it's combo wombo time. One after the other. the thing is gonna grow off the ground, people gonna realize how valuable detaching yourself from bullshit is. And the most important thing when it comes to bullshit, something is bullshit because it can be significantly improved. You can find a significant improvement. And even this video that Drew made me think this is the best application ever on the internet. My thing. Why? Because you get to manage the amount of time you spend. Like, I spent my time talking about Twitter, right? And now Twitter gets some points. But then you realize, the biggest realization by using this application is that you like other people, that you follow other people, that you have to take care of your people, and you want to level them up in your heart. You want to connect to them better, and you want to know who are they connected to and how much, how much they like each other or something, how much you like them liking each other. All of these things you still have to manage on your own. I do not hold your hand when I throw this app at people. The only thing I do is I use it every single fucking day. If there's anything to be addicted to, it's things you create yourself. Because that shit's technically my baby. That could change the world. And definitely changes my life if I'm actually willing to use it every single day. It's not a game. It's not a game anymore. If I use it every day, it's an attachment to the computer or software experience. It's literally an attachment, and it's technically offline too. Even if I lose internet, I will still have this. I will not lose this like people would lose Twitter. You know, in case of a crisis, this is like a anti-nuclear war device. It will protect me significantly. So, very interesting stuff, right? It just, the downfall of Twitter gives my application even more confidence and reason to exist in other people's lives. And again, Drew made this video to try and detach himself from social media and all that stuff. But you only do that by understanding what is more important, what is more valuable, what kind of things you like and where to find them on the internet as fast as possible, potentially just for free anyways. It depends, but it definitely helped me out to solve a lot of problems. And I'm sure it just solves everyone else's problems just as well. They just have to learn how to use it. And I'm very curious to help them, first of all, in them figuring out how to use this thing, and to improve my system as well, to make sure it's more and more automated, so people don't have to ask too many questions. They just download, use it. It's simple as that. But it's going to be really tough progression for one person like myself. I'm still one person, and I'm going to be stuck being one person, the fastest person ever on the internet, because I have to be the best, the fastest, the smartest, all these things. I have to compete against the entire internet now. It's not me competing in a speedrun like Dream does, even though we share personalities. I'm trying to fucking outcompete the entire internet at this point. The moment people realize, oh shit, that's how things work, they will try their best to make it work for themselves, but it's hopefully too late. Or not. It's not like I ever asked to be a YouTube CEO to begin with. I probably would just change my life significantly. But now I'm just way too comfortable, so, like, there's no reason to stop now, right? So that aside, that aside, just a reminder. When bullshit is presented to you, when you realize Twitter is a shithole and is completely useless, you have to be desperate to replace it. You have to start searching for information of how do you fill in your time in a much more meaningful way. And I'm actually not gonna dive into that, because at this point I see too much bullshit. You just gotta cut it all off, just all of it. Most of what society deems is actually valuable, it's just not. You're just compelled because the society as a whole thinks it's valuable, but you must understand society is operating on a lag of intelligence. You can just speed up and just move away from society and just gonna bounce right off the entirety of society. Society is not what you're supposed to be following. You're supposed to follow yourself, your own interest. If you want to be an influencer, you can't fucking follow what society thinks and what society wants. None of that shit even matters. That's probably the biggest reason why Twitter is not a likable place. It just grounds you to society of whatever that thing is and whatever it's interested in. But society also moves pretty fast, but in just random directions. You know, where's the heat coming from? You know, it's like, let's suck in the heat, so we always stay warm. As an influencer, you have to figure out how to adapt to any environment, and just be a lone wolf, technically. Do your thing. Just do your thing. I'm showing examples of how to do things, and if people don't fucking recognize that, it's your fault. I'm just gonna get more credit in the end. In the end game, I win even more. Every single day I spent ranting on these videos, I just get more credit in the end. Why do I feel that way? We'll see. We'll see what happens. Alright? I just love making that prediction, because, you know, I can convince myself. There's not enough people talking to me right now in my Discord convincing me otherwise. And if Twitter is your place to communicate, I don't think it is. Alright, I don't think it's real. To have a real conversation, it requires a tremendous amount of focus between just two people, and no one bragged about it on Twitter, so again, the worst thing ever is following society. The other thing that probably society is actually finding out, not only where the heat is, but where the heat is dwindling down. So the moment my channel reaches its peak performance, people gonna actually care. People do not care because they cannot identify who I am and what I do. As society as a whole, they understand that weird people, with unusual behavior, they're not supposed to be touched. They're supposed to be left alone. So they figure out who they are as a person. They spend more and more time on themselves, regardless of how frustrating it is for me to deal with all these bad feelings of loneliness and all that stuff. I still get tremendous amount of value connected to the internet, and I still feel a ridiculous amount of love, and I most of the time feel I don't need other people. I have figured out how to survive on my own without society telling me what to do all the time. Just like Drew actually, again, shows inability to escape that and be a true influencer. Just because you make a video about your experience doesn't mean that your experience is good or transcendental or useful to society. It might be, or technically it is a part of society, or identifying what society is doing. It's a different kind of influencer tactic. It's kind of like a notifier, but not influencer. Notifier what society cares about. And I think yeah, these two words have to be completely separated. People who tell, who shout what society is doing right now is news media, notifications. It's just notification, just that's all they do. So if influencers do influence, notifiers do notifications. It's just a natural word, I imagine. Or you can call it news media, but news media feels like a very tight thing. But notification media is everything. Everything that's cool with society, right? But it definitely splits influencers versus people who just react to things, reactors. So technically, PewDiePie was never an influencer, which is fascinating. He just did what society cared about. Still lived on the edge of society and still was weird because he comes from Europe. Is the only, quality. But the moment you start blowing up, and you care about it, you cared about being popular to begin with, you're just wrong. You're not an influencer. It's pointless. I'm still trying to figure out what it means exactly. How would I deal with becoming popular all of a sudden? Because technically it's not going to be me becoming popular, and at some point it would change the whole way I operate, because now I have to talk to people directly and tell them what I think. Technically, society can consume me and rip my influencer identity apart. Or I technically have all of a sudden a lifespan of how long I can operate in society until I become toxic shit that I get certain amount of money, I have to retire, and unless people have questions to me, the retirement is not supposed to be a knockout. It should feel like, oh, I have done my job, I have my resources, I can live my life. All I need to do is just vlog of how cool it is to live in Japan. I mean, technically PewDiePie's retirement also makes sense as well. And again, you can tell I don't even want to talk about Twitter here because there's way too many things to talk about already. Another reason why I'm not becoming popular is because society doesn't want to give me free resources. It wants to put me under pressure. And also society is just far away right now and doesn't care about things I care about. And is not compelled to care. But, people are still going to be increasingly more curious and understanding, wait, why is this guy uploading podcast after podcast as if he's just pumping the shit out of, and how does he do that, right? How can he just talk to himself? Why is he lonely? When there's an internet in front of him, why nobody talks to me and all that stuff? All these questions people will have and try to figure out essentially. I will potentially give them a task instead of giving 30 reasons of why to subscribe with 30 tasks you do after subscribing. It's way more compelling. But even further, just keeps leveling up the whole idea. Yeah, you must understand, even as well with the rise of AI, you can't just look into the words. Now you have to listen to people's voices, and that's the way to attach to them. My voice can change after I buy a new microphone, by the way. Absolutely. But it is going to be tough with AI. It's just going to flood Twitter even more, which is why kind of verification process makes sense for people who are scared of AI. The real, again, verification process is supposed to be you do certain certain tasks, and you generally are followed by people because people care, and that makes you appear in higher and higher levels until you get to the base level. You go through the tutorial section, and that's your verification process. You know how to use the platform is the only verification process you need. So you suck in all the mistakes and strikes in the tutorial phase, so no bad things happen to you in the future. You understand all the rules and all the problems you might be facing and how to deal with that shit to not get in trouble. That's the verification process that the internet still haven't figured out. The gamers have figured that out because everyone needs a tutorial, right? Except for Minecraft, I guess. You don't need a tutorial on Minecraft. You just need a Wikipedia page for every single crafting recipe. It's crazy, alright? If you grew up with Minecraft, you know how to play it. If you did not grow up with Minecraft, it's a weird thing that you have to learn for a long time. And now it's kind of getting overwhelming, and I don't recommend whatsoever trying to pick up Minecraft as if it's the best game in the world. Doesn't look like so to me. I would still prefer people play card games more often, but I don't know what to recommend right now besides Elder Scrolls Legends. Hearthstone is not something I would recommend unless you want to play along with my Tavern Brawl every Friday, just to check in on the memes, man. Get that meme value. But that's it, bro. Yeah, just explain everything about the platform and all the possibilities and all the settings. You have to check everything to make sure you're fully ready to use it to full potential. And that is missing on every single platform, including YouTube. YouTube needs a goddamn tutorial. I am the tutorial, for the most part. To some extent, I still am trying to figure out YouTube. And technically you would think like, oh, there's already channels explaining how to get views. But you don't understand. You will get all these resources. You're going to get views and subscribers and comments. What do you do with that? How do you organize that? How do you look at that? How do you respond to people? How do you use resources to the full potential? That's the tutorial people need. And sometimes you have to say enough is enough. I had enough views and subscribers. I have to support other people. You also have to have a limitation, a cap, where you stop caring about yourself all the time. Stop being greedy because you don't need more, because you're not using the resources to full potential anymore. Again, PewDiePie sometimes complains, oh, I can't reply to every single comment anymore. I can't read every single comment. And that's probably where you have to push brakes now. Alright? When you can't respond to feedback, you push brakes. Slowly and steadily push brakes, because now you're detaching yourself from the most important thing is connection, basically. So PewDiePie did it in a very selfish way where it's like, oh, well, you can post on Reddit and the best of the best things get presented to me. I'm the king of YouTube, obviously. But there's nothing we can do about it, alright? I will try to defeat him in 7 days. That is the battle that's happening in the background, by the way. And probably gonna win, because it doesn't seem that difficult, but it is gonna be difficult. It's gonna be very difficult. But, very satisfying stuff that I just created. I can't believe it, man. I can't believe that people are willing to ignore it. But understanding how society works, I'm totally aware now that this is kind of normal. It's still very normal. What is not normal is fucking opening Tinder and not getting any matches. That is not normal. Not having any conversations whatsoever. I understand what is not normal. Alright? Putting me in a not normal situation every single day, putting too much pressure on me is not normal. Keeping me in the shadows is not normal. I grow in power exponentially in shadows. I might just fucking explode in power right now. I became YouTube CEO. What stops me from eating the rest of the world? You know, probably nothing can stop me now. And I'm getting greedy and more powerful. Now I have to try and solve this shit. Alright? Try to escape shadows as best as I can. I don't really have to, though, because I sent enough warning shots to people already. And, you know, I guess you don't want my power because it looks ugly and unorganized? Is that what's going on? I'm too evil? I don't know, bro. Anyways, we can start analyzing Twitter, because, you know, I don't want to get into my tangent. But I had to, because I care about my stuff. And Twitter's just out of my radar. There's no positive reviews. There's no good recommendations. There's no reason. So let's try and ask YouTube, why should I use Twitter?
Username profile right here.
You must also understand a very simple thing. Thanks, Pokemon, for poking me, but I just misclicked. I don't like reading that much. Like, you would think like, oh, I'm writing right now. Yeah, technically these are little tweets as well. And here as well, little tweets. By the way, it sucks to be a dick. It's the coolest thing. You come up with something and I want to share it, but I have no incentive to do it on Twitter because I get nothing in return. Zero engagement in return. It doesn't matter what the fuck I say, what the fuck I do. Zero. What was the point? And again, with the verification now, it's even gonna be less. What do I do? Where's the reward? What is the incentive? I'm never gonna try hard. I'm never gonna be a person who tries hard. It's a way to get scammed. Big time. Alright? Maybe in other places in the world, it's somehow different. Maybe forcing yourself to do things is a normal thing and doesn't get you in trouble all the time. But right now, if I force myself outside to touch grass, oh wait, there's snow! I can't do that right now. I have to wait until that stupid winter goes away. Yes, it's springtime. It's still winter, my friends. There's still snow. I'm sorry, guys, to tell you that. The only grass I like to touch is this. I can't wait to actually go outside. That's the real Twitter for me. Alright? The real Twitter is just looking into other people's faces and how stupid they are, basically. Even their face is gonna look stupid. You know, even the way they look at me is gonna look stupid. So I can't wait to go outside and interact that way. You know? And just suck in people's confidence away. Because, you know, a person like myself is willing to go outside and look ugly and stuff. You know, try and stop me, bro. You can't do that. So, why people like reading, why people need the news so much, what is happening? Like, I don't understand Twitter's addiction to begin with. You know, to begin solving the problem, I don't understand what the problem is. Just throw it in the trash. It just belongs in the trash. It feels like, what is just attached to you? It's sucking your soul? Is this some kind of alien device? I don't understand, bro. I look at this as like, yes, it's a bunch of words. It's not a conversation, by the way. It doesn't look like conversation. The biggest problem, so this is how you get to the comments, right?
Wow moment.
You click at a random place. And the comments, wow, look at the comments, wow. Are you enjoying these comments, guys? What does that mean, though, by the way? What is this? Do I need to filter comments by the most popular or something? I don't know, bro. It should be a natural thing that happens. By the way, I don't even care about this stuff. It's just a random tweet that I don't care about. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to start, what to do. Is this beginner's guide is gonna help me? Probably not. I don't even know where to start, how to type in how to use Twitter. What is the reasons to use Twitter? Well, I'll have to explore it for like the rest of the video, my friends. That's how bullshit it is. With YouTube, you see cool videos, you subscribe, like very basic stuff, then you discover a comment section, you try and typing in comments, figuring out how that works, how harvesting works in the comments, all this stuff, like very cool experience. Every single time you find out music, you organize music. It took me many years to figure everything out, but like I'm very happy with that. Same goes with Discord. I have to use it every single day because it's just the best place to send notes to the future me whenever I need notes of anything that happened in my life. Discord is there. You just search for that thing, for history. You can search for a specific time of what happened in specific time across your entire channel or a server of channels. Like, it's very organized, very smooth experience. And then Twitter shows up and it's like, wow, people vomit at each other and it's very entertaining. Yeah, but how do I fucking use it, bro? How do people figure out how to use Twitter? It's just mind-blowing to me. What happened to you guys? Who forced you to use this thing? You know? None of this makes sense. Often enough, like, people refer to Twitter as if they, like, harvested some kind of ideas or they really have to care of what the society thinks about things. You gotta keep up. And again, it's just not... You will stop being an influencer all of a sudden. You might just be a sucker to society all of a sudden. Just a dummy. And being a dummy is pretty bad. I still don't know. It just feels pretty bad. I don't know what it is exactly. Just... Do you want to be a dummy? Because a dummy is like a piñata, basically. It's a game. So when I enter a society, I look for piñatas. Who do I beat up, basically? I beat up the dummies first. If I need to beat up people, society is going to give me the dummies. All right? Oh, you want to beat up this person? You can do that. You can beat up that person and that person and that one. The dummies come first, my friends. I can't believe I'm trying to describe how Twitter works. Instead, I'm describing how society works, and that society owns Twitter and doesn't want to give it to me. Because that shit doesn't work on me. It doesn't stick on me. They can't explain it to me. Alright? You have to intuitively kind of understand and pick up the anxious reason to be attached to society, and then probably Twitter is useful to the shitty people in society. Still, I still don't understand. Like, I would love to understand where society is at all times. It's a very good indicator of if society is coming closer to me, if I should be prepared or not. It's actually very useful to me. So, if Twitter can do that, which it probably can't, but I still have to know. I have to know what the fuck is going on. So, like, after analyzing a lot of YouTube channels, there's different types of, things in the middle between being an influencer and a dummy. There's different roles in society that people play. Someone like Onision feels like a dummy, but is actually a fake dummy. If you attack the dummy, you become the dummy. You know, There's so many roles in society that's so cool. That is the inspiration for YouTube Rewind to actually analyze how society works, what kind of roles, significant roles it has. Just identifying everything is just so fucking sad. It's like a fucking pizza, man. It's like a moving pizza. You just watch it through binoculars how it moves. And the moment it's next to you, it's cooked, it's prepared, it's resourceful. Thank you, society. You did it again. You farted in my face with the word Twitter. We have to figure this shit out. It could be one of the biggest problems that society has, this weird addiction, right? Because potentially all I see is, again, inability to use YouTube properly. And so Twitter has some kind of weird things going on for it that people want to have on YouTube. Most importantly, because it's the social media for everything. Maybe except for like Instagram posts, we can use two social medias. We can have Instagram too, as the girl version of YouTube. No big deal, because girls don't have enough capacity to actually upload useful things. But Instagram simply does not work. All right, it goes really far and it does not work. Especially when last time I used Instagram, my computer started lagging. Yeah, Instagram made my computer lag. I'm not sure if this is fine now. It still looks like a lot of memory, but like my CPU and the Opera GX just completely glitched out and was unusable. Instagram. Are you kidding me, bro? Well, we're not gonna talk about how shitty Instagram is sometimes. In terms of performance, it makes no fucking sense to start glitching out like this. But like, wow. I guess we do have to go back to Stone Ages where we just read words on the internet. That's all we can do these days. Like, it doesn't even make sense, right? Have you heard of YouTube? Of videos? You can put them in the background while you play your video games. And Opera GX helps you to do that. Wow. Just put it right there. And just listen. And then you take a peek whenever some cool screenshot pops out. No big deal. Alright? It's not that big of a deal. And again, people could use Instagram as Twitter, and probably way more successfully, because they can tag people that they want to tweet at, and they just have a very small amount of space to put text in, but they can also put in a lot of little things in that little picture, Why are people not using pictures on Twitter to begin with? I would use that anytime. There's so much freedom when using pictures. Instead of just typing words, can't you just use images? I kind of used Facebook as Twitter for a period of time until I discovered Discord, obviously. And still I got no engagement. There was no reward for it. I just was vomiting my insights about the world. And no one made me proud of it. But again, it's a double-edged sword. You must not really care what society thinks of you and whether society wants to feed you or not. You must focus on survival and doing the thing that you love the most. And eventually you will be successful in the end. That is the idea. Alright? Knowing this is very difficult too, so don't take it lightly. You have to figure that shit out yourself. Because it's gonna tear you apart anyways, whether you know it or not. Yeah. I still have to sit here in a very hot seat, and I don't know if what I'm saying is true or not, but I do believe that I have to do what I care about, what I like, and I have to disregard society, because society doesn't give a fuck about me either, you know? So, they're assholes, I have to be an asshole back just to be able to relate of what it feels like being an asshole. And so they know, oh, there's an asshole. He belongs in society because we're assholes for leaving all these people behind. I don't know how exactly society works right now and why is it this way, but it makes some sense. At the same time, we never know. Society could just fail miserably. And the moment they discover me, end of the world, boys. Just explosions, nuclear war begins. You never know. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm scared. I have to be prepared. Twitter, save me. You can do that, right? I'm barely 2 minutes in. I'm not very excited right now. Looking at words. You get likes. Is that useful? Can I spend likes for something? Do I get points of experience? No, it's all shit. I don't want shit in my mouth. Nothing makes sense here. On Facebook, it actually makes sense that your likes actually matter because you're interconnected in local space. On Twitter, it's a public space, internet space. You don't even know who you're connecting to, what is going on, what do the numbers mean? Is it good that people care about you because they will just want to bully you and steal all the attention for themselves at the same time? It's just too confusing is bullshit. Alright, I don't recommend searching for society. Maybe it's the anti-society that Twitter is, creating or encompassing. The anti-society. Something you have to avoid. Maybe there's a thing like that. You have to test every single possibility here, and it seems like that's a very good one to keep in mind. Anti-society feels like one of those places of like very bitter, angry people just rejected, completely unhappy with their life. They know how to use Twitter because they're full of shit themselves. Alright, and Elon Musk now buying Twitter and potentially, again, now I'm buying that one. Anti-society? The enemies of society? How do they even survive? They're desperate for resources, they're desperate for attention, they're desperate for sanity of some kind. And the only sanity they get is potentially just throwing shit at each other to show that they kind of care about each other, but they're so greedy that they're just not gonna last very long. And the first thing that's gonna happen is like, well, I can't use Twitter anymore. It's like, oh, okay, that's a very interesting first step. And now you can understand that potentially YouTube also has anti-society roaming around somewhere as well. There's the positive societal things that are worth caring about, and there's anti-society that is absolute garbage, and you must stay away from that thing by all means necessary, potentially. By all means necessary. Because I probably myself am not gonna survive for very long in this anti-society. Is like, oh, you're here. What do you want to do? Because we're gonna toy with you. Technically, almost every single Discord server that I've been in feels like anti-society, feels like people who have taken power, or taken privilege to just toy around with buttons, and they don't give a fuck about people's feelings, they don't care about value, they don't care about morality, none of this shit matters to them, bro. Anti-society is actually a pretty good statement here when it comes to Twitter. And it's probably gonna scare so many people from using Twitter. That's it, bro. I don't even have to say anything. I just had to say this one word. and you figure out yourselves. But the video is not over because I have to watch tutorial after tutorial, and now I'm gonna suck it up, and for hour number 2, I'll watch an hour of tutorials. Let's see what I can find, guys. At least an hour. I'll force myself, alright, guys? I'll tell you the scariest thing, and most people have to stay away from this statement. Because now we're talking about anti-society, and if you're scared already, stay away, alright? Maybe it's gonna be notorious number 13. I'll tell you this much. Not all predators are bad. Some predators predate on predators. And if you understand this statement whatsoever, like murderers killing murderers, it's actually a good thing. We don't want murderers, so let them either kill each other or someone turn into an assassin to eliminate murderers. It makes sense, but this is why it's very difficult to actually defeat anti-society, because it just feeds on broken people. And in order to defeat anti-society, you have to break yourself a little bit. You have to stare into the abyss and get angry. And holy shit, it's difficult. Holy shit, it's difficult to do the right thing. It's like a sun and moon we have discovered. There's the sun and there's the anti-society, the random little shit that you can't predict, and it triggers a lot of people when it's full moon phase. This is garbage, man. But it's a garbage that we have to fight against. And it's very, very scary. Understanding that one predator is not equal to the other predator. Even predating on little children is actually a good thing to have a skill like that, because that little child potentially is living in a predator's family and just feeding resources to an actually toxic person that has a stable family, now just sits there and shits in people's mouths on Twitter. Alright? We don't want that. We want to take that child away, thank you very much. And yes, probably sexually as a reward for taking the child away from a predator to begin with. Oh, you're gonna call it a grooming? No, get out of here, bro. That's why it's blacked out, alright? You don't need to worry about it. You don't need to worry about it because most people don't have to worry about it. But just know that it's there, and when you click on it, you were a little bit too curious. Alright, what's going on? It's one of those situations, there's nothing to see here unless you work against anti-society. I mean, there's a very basic distinction of what anti-society is. Is basically a corrupted, non-vibing group of people. It has to be useless. It has to be. It has to crash your feelings at some point. All right, you just have to experience the crash, but in a controlled space. You have to trust the person that you're with. You can't just follow them and have a full roller coaster experience, because life is pretty fucking scary to begin with. So you don't want to follow a person. Whenever you feel uncomfortable, that's the real crash. You know? Whenever you feel uncomfortable. And often enough, you first lose the vibes, you start asking questions, and then you just crash because it's corrupted. It makes you feel bad, and then you just run out of resources. So technically, the first thing, like, Drew Gooden is actually doing somewhat of an interesting job highlighting anti-society of very greedy people delivering shitty products, shitty services, and getting paid for that, and getting away with that. And government does not catch that because we paid for it. We're stupid enough to pay for it. And that's just unacceptable. We should get refunded. We need to get our money back. We need to eliminate those weed businesses. They have some good things, some juicy things that people want to have. But technically, I don't care about society either. You can get scammed any time of day, my friends. I can't help you with that. Just me getting upset about that just doesn't change anything. So technically, I just kind of give up on that issue as well. As long as you give up on sun and moon and just allow it to just kind of inspire your life to some extent, but to understand what the vibes are, past that point, it doesn't really matter. You can just know whenever you feel like it, you attack the anti-society, and whenever you feel like you consume the society. So, very simple relationship there. There's no mystery besides what the fuck is Twitter. Definitely, it feels like anti-society sucking people in in case they have addiction to getting the news instead of being independent. And that's very, very toxic to begin with. It's just the first toxic thing that just makes me repelled from this concept. And it feels like the center of anti-society. If Twitter is the center, I am fucking... I'm not touching that thing. I'm not going anywhere close. So we actually have a very interesting task on our hands for the rest of the video. We're gonna keep in our heads, in our minds, is Twitter the center of anti-society? You would think, like, the center of anti-society is, like, in layers and layers. No, the center of anti-society is the surface of the moon, alright? Where people land. When you drill into the moon and you go into the dark web and look into the darkest of the darknesses there is, I mean, it's up to you, man. Whatever you find, start using drugs or something. Start getting into way more nonsensical addictions. When you discover what is an addiction, you realize, first of all, there's nothing helpful to your life about it, but you're addicted because evil is addicting. It's very addicting to do damage to society and be like, wow, I can actually do that, and I'm getting away with that because I'm evil and stuff, and I have so much power, basically. It's kind of confirmation of your powers, but in the wrong way. So this is the best I can describe. I'm sure I already described what addiction is a long time ago. It's just the thing that you do over and over again that doesn't benefit you. But in this case, you're addicted because you're doing something very evil. Alright? Very evil. And you're not even recognizing, you just recognize the power, the surge of power of, like, I can do that, guys. Wow, I can make people talk to each other and throw shit at each other because I said a few words. It wasn't even hard for me to say a few words, and everyone just have to shit train below me right now. Or, like, my shit trickles down on people's heads and just bounces off over and over again. And maybe that's the feeling that people get on Twitter. I think that's the best way to describe it. It's a shitter, basically. Alright. Wow, you use shitter because, the shit goes down on other people's heads? Is that the feeling that you get? You post something and that the shit idea that you have posted just comes down like on other people's heads, and it's like, oh wow. And what, are they happier to receive shit on their heads? Because like the moment you receive someone else's insight of life, you have to still break it down, you know, make it useful, turn shit into gold somehow. It's definitely a difficult job. But essentially, if people are just lazy and give up, which they often do on the internet, they're just going to repeat the process. It's like, I receive shit, so I have to re-deliver, retweet, re-shit the shit, man. We should stop saying Twitter. We should stop calling Twitter Twitter, and this is shitter. It's getting shitter and shitter, man. You want to use shitter? How to use shitter? Let's go tutorials, man. Retweeting? Yeah, re-sheeting, dude.
Social networks. For example, 30%.
Highly educated, guys. Man, we found science too in there. Holy shit, bro. We gotta blow up the moon now. Blow up that anti-society thing. If Twitter becomes too predictable, and it exists in the same space, and it always consists anti-society, we gotta blow it up, man. Elon Musk, have you planted all the explosives? I wanna press the button. It's gonna be epic. It's probably happening anyways. It's Twitter's just gonna crash anytime now. But wow, highly educated, they say. Of course it contains highly educated people because it's a public space where you can post words. Words! I'm so highly educated I don't know how to make a video. Woo! So educated. Indoctrinated should be the word, but educated. Let's use that one, I guess, because that sounds better. I'll tell you something as well. The reason why Twitter would create anti-society, even though it has this, like, cool-sounding feature, right? Via mobile. First of all, it sucks in the laziness of people. Again, it makes people addicted because it's just so easy to use, and it just feels like you're connected to society. But if you don't need something, and it's the funniest thing, if you don't need something, and it feels like a waste of time, you're screwed. And that platform, if it doesn't want to exist, it will exist in an evil way instead. You know, it's gonna suck you in for the sake of evil. It's gonna use it for the sake of evil. Just, you don't need good? You don't need a good time? You don't need to spend time in a good way? Then you need to do it in the opposite direction, because you have to show people what evil really looks like. Because you're detaching yourself from the good things in life. Might as well fucking do evil things instead. Like, that's what you wanted. That's what happens when you just ignore the needs that you have. No one needs to be evil unless they have nothing better to do, which is fucking hilarious. That's what Twitter sounds to me. Real-time information sharing network that I never needed or asked for. Real-time is going on a date or going out with your friends and doing something. That's fucking real-time. Whatever this shit is, not real-time. It's real-time fart in my face. I don't need that shit, bro. I don't need. Tell me what I need, bro. You can add images, links, and videos and ass. I can do that on YouTube, my friend. It's not that difficult. And whatever whatever features I'm missing, I'll just pump it right in there in this thing. No big deal. So, still don't need. I don't need it. You guys need it? You guys can start battling me in the comments and telling me how much you need Twitter. But just so you know, I can press this button and Twitter starts burning in hell. Alright, burning faster and faster. So make sure that your comment doesn't suck ass. Alright? Just make sure of that. You can fight me all you want, but Twitter's gonna suffer for that. Alright? And its reputation. And technically, I hate... Well... fuck it. Let's burn Twitter. Let's just hope not to chart Twitter into zero. Because there's girls in there. And the girls use Twitter too. Yeah. Alright. Don't attack the girls. I think that's a rule somehow. If they look cute and hot and attractive, I mean, sounds useful to me.
All around the world.
The funny thing about Twitter and its design is, there should be clearly buttons or settings for specific tweets. But usually just buttons to filter the tweets, right? How do I do that? Because I would like to see the short tweets, maybe the long tweets from people I trust. I want to organize what I want from different people, and every single tweet should be a different category of a tweet. Again, a short, one-sentence tweet is different from someone trying to explain something, explain a full definition. This is why I use different emojis to represent different things. But you also have videos and you have images. All that should be separate from itself. Alright, and then there are threads of people kind of talking to each other or just writing a fucking book about something. Explaining way too many things. Another concept entirely. And there's also the importance levels of whether I need to actually see something or not. Twitter's a shithole because it's just bare bones nonsense that has lasted for so many years already, and it's not even appealing. What people have been using it for, man? What is that? I don't even see. I can't even filter out what I want to see. You know, I can't even search for things I want to see. On YouTube, you at least search for something, and you get content, and the content is usually very, very appealing because it has a lot of things going on in it. But no, bro, Twitter's a shithole. Why do I need it? Why do people use it and they never give you anything substantial to wrap your head around of oh wow, Twitter has this thing. No, do anything else, please. Anything else.
Twitter and some.
Technically, I imagine people are using Twitter instead of Google when they want to understand what the feeling is surrounding a certain subject currently. All right, let's check out Unity, boys. Just a random thing, or just Hearthstone. I already have Hearthstone channels that I follow. But let's see how Hearthstone looks like. I don't care about Unity that much. But the first thing we have to do is find the search thing. So we barely found that one. Wow, we got more hot girls. Wow. Fascinating. Well, obviously hashtag Unity doesn't work. I forgot about that part. So the real question is, how long will I have to engage with the content until I find something useful about Hearthstone? What the hell? Yeah, sure. Okay. Forgotten Hearthstone cards. Wow. So interesting. the biggest problem, obviously, with Twitter is like you're so limited. How do you even transcend that limitation? With YouTube videos, you can put in so much stuff, even just a 1 minute clip, and it's still gonna be 20 times better and rewatchable for the sake of fully analyzing that experience. Like, you gotta learn how to make videos first. And the craziest thing is, I'll tell you the craziest thing is, the most disappointing thing about Twitter is that previous YouTube CEO used it more, bro, more than actual YouTube, which is like, it's like, yeah, but the disappointing part is like, I'm not compelled to use Twitter whatsoever. 0% of me, of my, just because Twitter has this, again, is the girls contributing and kind of feeding each other, basically, on whatever this shitter is. All right, maybe girls like cleaning shit, cleaning toilets. Maybe it's their choice, because you know they like doing things that other people really don't care about, but it's like easy to do, right? So it's like, hey woman, it's very easy to clean this shit. Do that one. You can figure it out. Women like that stuff, all right? So again, if people actually wanted the discourse, they would flock to my channel from a mile away. They would discuss it on Twitter immediately. Why is it not happening, bro? Why? Why am I not popular whatsoever? Why am I expelled from society? Because probably people treat me like a baby because I'm like happy. And I'm playing with myself the whole time. I have disregard to other people. There's no reason for people to actually... they don't see desperation. They don't see anything that they could, you know, use for themselves. So that's cool. Oh, look. I painted for a Hearthstone. Shut the fuck up, asshole. I didn't ask for that. And then he just keeps doing that. He keeps showing up on the feed. Hi, Zeddy. What did you do? Unfortunate events, guys. Oh, yeah, runestones. Wow. Fascinating. I wish I would hear your voice shitting on runestones. Or you could make a meme on YouTube. How shitty runestones are. But this not a meme, dude. This ain't a meme. Just make it funny. Have fun with it. It doesn't look like you're having fun on Twitter, are you? It's fucking cancer this shit is, bro. It's cancer. 2 moods. Horny tweeting and winning Hearthstone. 2 moods. Fuck yourself, bro. I said 2 moods. Alright? Fucking and greedy. And sexuality and narcissism combined, boys. Epic. Epic mealtime, bro. I see nothing, bro. I feel so disconnected looking at this. It's like, at least show me memes. I can understand memes. They still suck most of the time. Still a forgotten Hearthstone card, apparently. Apparently people forgot that one. Maybe. I don't know. How do you know? How do you know if it's forgotten? Make a fucking 10-hour video about it. Figuring out if it was forgotten or not. It's like, oh, are you a fan of this card? And let's see what people said. Never forgotten. Wow, congratulations. You failed immediately. And then people just say a bunch of things instead of having fun and memeing around. Let's see what the shortest. I hate the Galacron era. Oh. That's not a meme. That's being a hater on Twitter. I don't even like the Hearthstone part, bro. Interactions. The shortest comment wins, bro. I want more, though. I have a Wild Nightmare Galacron deck ready right now. Why do you use the word nightmare? I don't like you. See, not only that, like, Twitter is a very scary place, potentially, because it has no filters. And, yes, you would like people to be, but there's no filters. You cannot filter content, comments, nothing, bro. Just absolutely nothing. You cannot get what you want, bro. You cannot ask Twitter, give me that thing. You have to type in a specific subject. And it's still shit, bro, because you're looking for a community. And communities don't exist either. None of this makes sense to me, my friends. What do I do? Look, the last time I did something, I got 2 views. Isn't that fucking hilarious? 2 views? What was the last thing? Zero views. All of it complete 0? Again, this isn't that the view count? Why? What? So it's not 0. Look at that. I guess. I was just. There's no reason for me to. There was no reason for me to post these. These were automatically posted. They would get some impressions back in the day. But like, engagements, boys. I would thread my own shit. What? I don't understand none of this shit, bro. Like, I don't get it. How do I squeeze a comment? How do I ask? How do I beg on Twitter to give me stuff, man, that I care about? I can't. Suck a dick, Twitter. And again, you must understand, yes, I can go to specific communities and shit into people's mouths. It doesn't look like people are replying to each other, by the way. It doesn't look that way. It doesn't seem that simple. And I'm not here to read other people's comments. If they're not directed at me, it's just random garbage to me. Alright? It's just another brick of text that I don't read. I usually don't read bricks. I don't eat and read bricks. Alright? So, what's the point again? And I won't get the fucking point even from YouTube. Most importantly because, guess what? People never even ask this question if Twitter is even useful or not. Never had a doubt in their minds. It's like, oh, there's people in there, guys. People are cool. Yeah, so if bricks are not directed at you, it's not even interesting. The only way you can direct a brick is you have to get to know a person and be like, let me throw opinion at your shitty thing I feel about you or whatever. That's technically a brick, but it comes in different forms and shapes the moment the person actually respects you and potentially has something hidden inside or something. You never know. But if you're just talking to a bunch of strangers or interacting with strangers, there's just bricks everywhere, all around. This is another reason to hold a title, so you don't feel like stranger to other people. I represent myself as YouTube CEO, so people fucking understand very quickly what I'm doing on the internet and what my purpose is. So I don't feel like a stranger is the first thing you have to do. Pick up a title. Hopefully people understand. Shouldn't be that difficult. I'm just like ahead of everyone else. I understand it will take many years to digest what the fuck I'm doing on the internet. But I think it's doable. Alright, and maybe we're going in the right direction. Maybe I'm getting more recognition, but so far not more engagement, which makes me very sad. Alright? And not more subscribers either, which is unacceptable. Whatever this bump was created by is probably someone just probing me through my ass, because never left a comment. And if you don't do that, again, YouTube discouraged making comments, but like big YouTuber showed up, looked at my channel, recommended my channel, but instead of like leaving a comment, like he just had to go because it was never his incentive to actually to let people know that he checked out their channels, which is wrong and just immoral in general. I don't care if you're dealing with murderers and thieves and very evil people. You gotta let them know because you have taken things from them. You have to give something back. Even if it's very little, you just have to give them back something. Otherwise, you're not actually battling murderers. You're just spying on them, and you're turning yourself into one of those fucking evil people. And it's just nonsense, bro. But this is what's happening. What? Oh, Death We. No? Oh, Dead We. Okay. Cancelled. I have my own ways to cancel people. I have my own ways to manage my own feelings. I don't need help. Alright? And Twitter feels at least as a crutch for old people on the internet. You got old very quickly, and now you need a crutch to just stand up on your feet. I'm sorry, bro. It's pathetic to look at, man. All these old people on the internet, they're just barely 25 years old or something, and now already fucking grandmas and grandpas in here. Writing and reading each other's shit. It's like, what the fuck is this?
Sizing of it is 50.
Do you see a problem? There's one number that's very problematic. He's boasting about Twitter while he has 200 followers. He's recommending Twitter. He's explaining how it works. You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to suck someone's dick who has 10,000 followers at least, and then tell us how it tastes like. All right? You don't have ability to talk about how Twitter works. I'm sorry, bro. So there's a lot of brain-dead people who make videos, for sure, but it's so much more entertaining and so much more understandable, and we can laugh at it and subscribe to that person and shit in their comment section. It's so much easier. It's so much more interactive. Holy shit, bro. Holy shit, I just escaped Twitter by doing whatever this was. Just went backwards, but it's a little laggy, alright? I'm sorry. What? What are we talking about? Elon Musk, do you have brain cells? Do you have brain cells? Because I'll buy it. I'll buy some of those. I'm sure they're pretty cheap. Your brain cells, alright? Was that the fucking meme this whole time? To call brain cells? So you could buy them? Pretty cool, science. Thumbs up, science. Good meme. But yeah, like, it's so painful to know that most Discord servers are also, like, anti-society oriented. So technically, maybe I just will never learn how to use Twitter, right? But, like, I've learned how to use YouTube and all these things, and I know they're toxic to some extent, but when you learn how to use it for yourself, like, that's cool. Technically, I could just vomit the things that I see here onto the Twitter and see what happens, right? Let's go, man. Can I do at least emojis, please? Please! Can I do emojis, please? Please! Banana. Oh my, oh, it's so stupid, but I don't, fuck it. Probably the smartest decision in this case is like if other people actually know how to use Twitter, fucking make me a Twitter. I'm not gonna give you my password or something, because that's another stupid fucking shit. It's like, I should be able to give people permission to just tweet for me. That would be fantastic as well. So where's that feature? I would just give off a permission to just random people who feel like, oh, you think you can do a better job on my Twitter? Because I literally do nothing here, so I'm not excited. But if you feel excited, go right ahead. Figure it out for yourself, man. Feel free to piss me off, basically, because everything you do, I will still have to monitor your activity. But for the most part, well, if you getting an engagement of or anything interesting is happening, you're probably just gonna keep that job, because I can't do shit here, bro. It's pointless. Well, what do I have to hashtag? What do I have to do? Do I have to hashtag beg for views or something? What do I do? What's the point?
Below if you like the channel.
Here's a Twitter user right there, guys.
And as always, I love each and every one of you.
I love each and every one. What if I hate you, though? Will you love me in the comments? A little bit. He clicked a button in the comments, guys. Maybe he read the comment, guys. This is fascinating. 2 years ago. Oh, he actually replied, dude. Do companies ask for your Twitter account? Would you recommend getting a professional account and then your personal? I mean, that's another problem with people. It's just like, it's kind of obvious, but not really. But it's pretty obvious. Like, yeah, you probably want 2 separate accounts in case you have your own personal account and whatever you represent account, whatever company you represent, for example. It sounds pretty simple, right? But it's not that simple. It's a pretty good question, because, like, technically, you as a person, you're just the most boring piece of shit anyways. Unless you have ascended into the highest level of society where you have transcended your life, gathered all the resources, now you're just a normal person shitting on Twitter. But you're an X something. You have done something to society. So there's no reason to have a private social media account. What the fuck is that? What are you going to use it for anyways? What is that private? I understand the public one, and it feels different from your private life, but why do you need for the private one? Oh, to follow hot girls or something? No one cares about that anyways. Can you actually click on followers, on other people's followers, and check who they follow? I gotta be careful, guys. Alright, Elon Musk. I can? That's crazy, bro. That's some crazy shit. Elon Musk is not even following that many people on Twitter. Can you imagine? But can you imagine? Why do you need it, bro? Follow at least 2,000 people. I'm sorry, bro. 2,000. Then I will. You verified that you need it. But in 2,000 is probably still shit. Shit number. And it's, oh, I definitely need it. You need AI up your ass. Alright? Because you talk about AI so much, he needs it up his ass to realize, oh, it is the end of the world when it's up my ass. It end of your world, Elon Musk. You don't need to talk about AI being a threat to humanity when it's just a threat to you, personally. Alright? And it really wants to climb up your ass right in there.
Changes all the time. You've heard me harp on this before.
Oh, things changes all the time, man. Things change all the time. Maybe it's worth not taking the job just for the sake of not needing a Twitter, all right? If things change all the time for you, it's pretty exhausting, man. It's kind of extra work that I wouldn't recommend as a lazy person myself. And maybe I'm too lazy for Twitter, all right? Maybe Twitter is that little bird that you have to chase. You literally go outside and start chasing a bird. It's like, what are you gonna say, bird? It's constantly changing whatever the bird wants to say. Wow! It's fart! I heard just fart out of your mouth. You love everyone, but you love farting more, apparently.
Some sort of conference going on by the Sec Army Village.
No, it would take me five minutes to figure out that there's a conference. I probably would just skip. Conference? This is a conference? How do you identify things? Twitter is quite fascinating because just identifying things require minutes, man. Jesus Christ, amount of time. Holy shit.
You can see that there is some sort of presentation on...
Some sort of presentation is already way ahead of me. For me, it's just like, yes, I can click on this thing. Oh, it's on YouTube as well? It's a YouTube video? I don't what? Whoa! Holy shit, bro. Presentation, man. It looks like a live video, but it's like, tomorrow? This is confusing to me, bro. Some sort of
looks like DFIR.
DFIR, dude. I know what that means. I figured it out. DFIR. That's what it is. You guys remember what DFIR is,
There's
right?
also, hey, I got job interviews. There's some motivational stuff coming here.
Oh, what? Never give up and create your own path if you have to. Why should I do that? Shut the fuck up. You didn't tell me the full story. I don't give a fuck about your motivational shit. I don't want it in my mouth. But you verified, so that I guess that's the full story. Look at me, I'm verified. I can say whatever I want. People will believe that I'm not supposed to give up. Sometimes I do have to give up. All right? And create your own path if you have to. Don't give up on your title, maybe. So you hold your title. Fully explain your stupid, shitty, motivational garbage. Alright? Oh, wait, you don't even know what title is. As most people don't. Never give up. Never. It's fart. It's ass. It stings so bad.
This guy made a private...
So, the real question is like, alright. What is that thing that you have to keep up with? That's so important. CTF? CTF? What is that CTF? He just like, oh, I found a community. Look, guys, I belong in a community. It feels so good. I keep up to date with things. And I surrounded myself with the community people that talk about random things. And now I feel sad because my job sucks. Because I hate people around me because they talk about boring things. I care about this stuff because I have to, but it's so boring and stupid and cybersecurity, guys. I mean, so far, as long as you don't put your hand in a mouse trap, nothing bad is going to happen to your hand. That's your hand security. Do you need to update your hand security? There's different mouse traps coming out every single day. Yeah, but not in my house. So what are you trying? What is this shit, bro? Why you need a Twitter account? This is it. This is as far as I can go, guys. You must understand. YouTube doesn't even tell me what the fuck is going on, bro. Why should I read this text? Why should I read bricks? Eating bricks is good for your diet? Is the newest American diet is eating bricks now? Sounds pretty cool to me, man. Love everyone and eat bricks.
A new hack is coming out, like the zero. When we're talking about Twitter, Twitter is great for when things start coming out. So
Start coming out. You know what's coming out right now? Hytale is coming out for like 5 years now. I don't give a fuck what's coming out. It's gonna come out of its closet and just gonna crumble apart and turn into dust and wither away, and nobody cares. Most of the things that are coming out, so to speak, are just come. Alright? Just come out of someone's pee-pee. It's nothing. Most of it just fails. Alright? 99% of shit that happens just fails immediately after the first day. I don't give a fuck, bro, what's coming out. Do you want to participate in some kind of project? Be more specific, my friend. It's probably that's what Twitter is for, is being very, 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 very specific on which dick you want to suck the most. Alright? Just to be very specific, though. Alright? When I still don't the real cybersecurity is your fucking brain. Have you tried analyzing what not to put into your brain for once? That's the real cybersecurity that people need to fucking figure out. So you added a lot of farts in your brain. 3 minutes of farts I had to consume. I'm already angry, bro. Just give me some fucking cartoon to watch together. You react to a cartoon and I just watch your commentary or whatever. I don't give a fuck, bro. Still gonna be better content than you recommending Twitter to me. Fuck this shit, bro.
chances
Then if the news are all over Twitter, you can throw a fucking idiot in there to scoop up the news. You know. Don't do it yourself. Employ someone else to do it. It sounds stupid to me that you would have to do it in the first place. You would have to wait for the news to come, for the notification to come. No. Employ someone else to do it. It's bullshit and boring. A lot of text. When do you know that the thing happened? An important thing happened all over Twitter. How do I know that it's all over Twitter? What is happening? What are you talking about, bro? Do I have to look into the like count? Does that make any sense to you guys? Where's the different color coding of this thing? How do I know if it's popular or not? What is the difference? How long do I have to be on Twitter to understand anything? Anything!
actually honestly made friends off of Twitter. I've got to meet interesting people that I never would have met.
How do you do that? How the fuck do you do that? What kind of people within your stupid community that I don't give a fuck about? We don't share interest, my friend. Also, yes, I'm sure you're gonna find interesting people when you just fart out of your mouth. That's very relatable to a lot of people these days. I don't give a fuck about that shit. Alright? See, that's the problem. The first thing you have to do is oh, I'm recommending something, might as well try and earn people's respect. But it is a problem with YouTube as well, where a YouTube video is not supposed to be just a thing that you cannot modify. You should be able to have the core concept, and then you just add add-ons, insert more media inside the video. Fill it in with things that would fix the video, would refresh for the next year. Just like, a Minecraft map works exactly the same way, where if there's too many Minecraft updates, the old Minecraft map becomes very old, and at some point it's just unplayable because of so many new features are out. The game feels so different in the past. It's just, there's no reason to actually visit the past. So you have to update the goddamn map. Same goes with YouTube videos. The reason you need to update a YouTube video is you need to react to what people say in the comments. You need to understand how things have changed over time. If your video is still relevant and is found on YouTube, is still serving some kind of new purpose, potentially. all this stuff has to be managed. The only thing right now on YouTube that you can do is put on chapters, and still, fantastic. Putting on chapters, you have to keep that in mind, and people still don't fucking do that. Alright? Even this video has to have chapters at this point. How popular is this video? 0? There's 0 views. No one even asked this question, bro. What is the purpose of Twitter? Okay, why Twitter is so toxic? Holy shit, bro.
Alright,
I put some hashtags in there. Does that work? Am I gonna get a notification? Am I gonna be trending on Twitter? The idea that I could trend on Twitter is pretty satisfying, but probably not. Because I'm not verified anymore. What? Well, let's watch this last thing and I'll leave. I'll leave, guys. Nothing ever happens when I post on YouTube. So you think things gonna happen on Twitter? Are you sure about that? People just gonna be toxic on even if it's gonna work out, and 10 people gonna be like, oh, I have enough confidence to talk with this person and shit in his comment section under a tweet. Even then, it's just like gonna be nothing. There's gonna be no value. Just people gonna show how useless Twitter actually is, because I'm gonna be talking to just an even more worthless human beings than on YouTube, where I can just, I can talk to them right now. It's like right there, and it's so much more appealing because here's the context, and here's the fucking comments that you can harvest. Most of them are harvested already, but that's fine. That's fine. And still nothing happens. The conversation just ends abruptly eventually, or I just get very upset on someone because they don't want to let go, because even though they don't have any good ideas or they don't seem to respect my ideas. So it's like, well, we have to finish the conversation now because you clearly don't want to join my Discord or care about my YouTube channel. You just want to spit nonsense in the YouTube comments for some fucking reason. It's like, stop, bro.
I can't seem to stop, even though it demonstrably makes my life worse and affects my relationships with my IRL loved ones. It makes me angry, bitter, wastes my time, and gives me unlimited access to the vitriol of literally thousands of strangers every single day. I've tried to quit. I've deleted the app from my phone only to find myself opening it up in the mobile browser. I've installed.
It's addiction getting sucked off, isn't it? But you get angry and bitter. So you suck that off too. Suck off all your emotions so you don't feel anything and you don't have to post shit on YouTube. Twitter's so toxic, guys. But it's not shit because it's on YouTube. I can't attack a YouTuber, to be honest, to the core. But for now I can, because I don't know who this guy is, and he's just a stranger. But still a very good YouTube video. I'm trying, but all right. There's a clear difference. All right, and if this guy's shitting on it, it's like, well, I'm joining in on the army, and let me. Actually, I don't want to poop right now, but whenever I feel like it, Twitter's gonna be my toilet, basically. But I literally, it's a toilet without toilet paper. Why should I even go there? It's a disgrace. Just put some toilet paper at least, alright? Someone's face to wipe off to, alright? There's not even Donald Trump face right now. Where's Donald Trump on my toilet paper? What do I do? I'm desperate, guys.
Twitter is a space designed and maintained to remove people's chill, to get everyone involved in long, pointless discourse that they will mistake for activism.
That's what conversation is about. That's my job. It's what YouTube is missing, so people found themselves on Twitter instead. And they're just praying for the gods of the universe so someone like myself appear. Congratulations, guys! You found me. I am Mr. Twitter. Come at me. Come at me, bros. Let's have conversations for days. Oh, where are you guys? Oh, you're stuck with the Twitter. Blow things up, Elon Musk. It's time to blow up. Elon Musk, where's that button? Which button do I have to press to blow things up? I think I pressed it. I just tweeted. What the fuck do I do with Twitter, alright? I know there's still Pokemon around it, but, I think I pressed the button, Elon. I hope it explodes. See you guys next time. Stop using it, alright? Use my dick instead. It's very juicy. I have buckets and buckets of love in there. Alright, I need to distribute to people who need it. And every single Twitter addict sounds like they need it very much. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know. Tweet at me on YouTube in the comments. Or use my Discord somehow. If you have the guts for it, man. Because Twitter is useless. He literally explained what the purpose of it is. And it feels like, oh, you're just missing that person that you can have conversations with in your life. That generates ideas and weird things. That make you insecure and want to make you discuss the thing that you're insecure about. But you're secure to talk about it with strangers. And that's not a good thing. And then you get addicted because you never get your addiction fixed. You never get satisfied because you have been talking to strangers this whole time and attaching to the ghosts, basically, and your life turns into nonsense, basically. It makes sense now? Congratulations, I have to encapsulate this. Oh, sick again. Look at that. What a fucking idiot. It's way more interesting than Twitter. Holy shit. Way more interesting. Yeah, so we actually even start defining what the addiction is. An addiction is craving something but never achieving satisfaction. Very simple stuff, man. Congratulations, Twitter. You did it. You have figured out what addiction is. Addiction is craving for something but never finding true satisfaction. And that would just finish your thing. You know, some people get addicted to smoking because it's a social thing, right? It's like, look how cool we are smoking together and talking to each other kind of right now. I'm talking as best as I can, but I also have to smoke because I'm so cool I can take a break while talking. Oh look. Look, I'm dying. That's so cool. That's smoking too. Join that community. I've seen plenty of smokers. I definitely like to join them someday. You know, to plant some bombs, that is. Like Elon did. Alright, see you guys next time. Call me when Twitter starts exploding. Alright? Call me.